guys, welcome to McGrew's Reviews. The man of the hour sits across from me.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Doing okay.
Before we get started and talking about The Conjuring, we're going to just briefly introduce ourselves. My name is Marco. I'll be the host for today, despite my name not being on the headliner.
Yeah, why don't you get a show with a marquee name?
Because I have two shows, kind of, so.
Put your name on one of them.
It's like, I like brands kind of deal.
Marco's Mongol Radio.
Nah, too many words.
No. Okay, well, I tried.
You did.
I tried.
Sitting to my right, hey, I did that right.
Yay, I'm JJ.
Yeah.
And then for the first time here today, on the red mic, we got...
Yeah, special
Cat,
guest.
hi.
So this is our first horror movie that we've ever reviewed.
Right?
I don't count Army of the Dead.
That was not a horror movie. I don't know what that was. It wasn't a horror movie. It was
Someone
just...
on Twitter said that Zack Snyder is if like Michael Bay thought he was making art.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Well, I think
accurate.
I think Michael Bay does feel like he's making art. But that's why I put those two in the exact same category. Like directors with a great eye that can't tell a story to save their lives, or has a fetish that, clearly shows up on screen, like Michael Bay's upskirt shots.
I definitely can't tell the difference.
Yeah. If it's not a robot fighting, then it's not Michael Bay. Or like 5 different cuts of an
Alien
explosion.
is Snyder. Robots is Bay.
Yeah.
What about Pain and Gain? See,
See, I like that, though. I like Pain and Gain. I like Bad Boys. When you dial him back, he's great. Just don't give him robots. Don't give Zack Snyder superheroes, and you're fine. You'll get something entertaining.
don't give either one of them Ninja Turtles.
Please don't. Yeah.
What about time-traveling zombies?
All Snyder. Didn't somebody put an article that he wants to direct Dragon Ball Z?
Yep.
Oh, God, no.
He's really into it. I think his slow motion...
Might as well.
Yeah.
Anime is the second hardest thing, I think. Actually, no, the first hardest thing to adapt to screen. I don't think there's anything harder to adapt to screen than anime.
I don't think it should be done.
I don't either.
Unless it's like a slice of life, like realistic kind of anime.
Yeah, other than that, all of them fail. Like,
I can't think of
Full Metal
one.
Alchemist?
Yeah.
Or Attack on Titan?
The Kenshin movies did all right, but I mean, again, they're more grounded.
That's
They're not
easy,
shooting
yeah.
fireballs at each other.
Like, I would watch a Berserk live action. You know? Yeah, that would work.
I don't know. That giant sword would not look believable.
Rest in peace, Berserk.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Well, Berserk is a good segue because it's all about demons.
Right.
Been on a whole demon kick this weekend, not by choice. Pretty weird, and we'll get into it in this review. But I also have a recommendation for anyone who actually liked this movie.
Oh, really?
A fantastic recommendation.
Is it supernatural?
It is. I mean, it fits right, perfectly aligned with the Conjuring series.
Oh,
so.
but it's not the show Supernatural.
No. Okay. R.I.P. It was a decent show, JJ. It was not good, but
The
it was
first few seasons.
5 seasons. First 5 seasons.
How many does it
okay.
have?
Huh?
How many
It's
does it
kind of
have?
like 20.
15?
15.
I don't know.
15, yeah.
They're all on
It was only meant to,
Netflix.
it was only meant to be 5 seasons. And it shows.
One says Kenshin is the most good.
Yeah.
Okay. I need to check that one out because I've given up after the 2 Dragon Ball movies that exist.
We have 2.
Wait.
There was a
no, it
Chinese
was
one.
2 Street Fighters. I'm sorry.
Oh, right.
1 Dragon
Legend
Ball.
of Chun-Li.
I know nothing.
Sammy's favorite movie.
Yeah.
Not Legend of Chun-Li, the first one.
They can't hear you.
Yeah.
He said it's my favorite.
Yeah.
I'll speak up for you. It's fine.
No. Too much. You need to put like egg cartons.
So anyway, this is the Akuma origin story because he's also possessed by a demon.
There you go.
I mean, that'd be more interesting.
So take it you didn't like this.
I like it fine for what it is. It's just
Okay.
So everyone tells me about this universe. I actually checked out of Conjuring forever ago because Conjuring to me is at the same level as Paranormal Activity. Maybe there's
Oh, no.
No.
Well,
What the fuck?
maybe I'm wrong.
That's
but it's just
disrespectful, Mark.
But it's just to me, it was like, I don't like ghost stories that much because it's like, well, Paranormal Activity literally ruined them. It's like,
Well, it was in the whole found footage craze where all the movies cost like $20,000.
20 cents to make.
Yeah, and so that was supposed to be a big deal. That can moving by itself.
I mean,
but this has a budget. And
this movie has
it's a real
serial moving.
narrative, though. I mean, still though, it's.
I would beat a ghost if it dropped my Fruit Loops.
To be fair,
That's a whole full box.
in defense of the first two, they're directed by a different guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the first one in the mainline series that's not directed by James Wan.
It's different than the rest, to be fair.
Also that, yeah.
I can tell that in the ending.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I should go back, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yes.
I would.
Okay.
The first two
I would say
actually
this is more of a movie, like this is more of a like dip your toe into supernatural horror kind of movie because it's not really scary.
No.
For most of it, it almost
And
plays
you can actually look up the case.
right, and for most of it, it actually plays out more like a murder mystery rather
Yeah.
than like a horror movie.
It's more suspense than it is
Right,
horror.
yeah.
And the others are just straight creep fest. Like that's all about it. Like they use the same tricks in this one. And if you're familiar with this universe, then when you know it's complete and utter dead silence, you're getting a little
Ghosts.
Yeah, but their trademark, what makes this whole franchise, what gave this franchise the legs to have all these fucking movies, is it knows how to do horror set pieces, not just a quick scare. It sets up the scare, cranks up the anxiety, and then it comes at you. And I mean, we've seen it like 8 times now. If you've
If
been
you
in
count
this
the
series,
spin-offs.
yeah. So you're very familiar with it. So in this movie, it just feels like we got to do this. It's kind of by the numbers. Like, all right, time to do that. So
Yes.
kill the noise, get into a quiet place mode, and we're gonna scare you, and then we'll move on.
It feels like James Wan left his playbook, and then this dude was like, "All right, hang on, let me."
Yeah.
It's
But
like
those
the
were
dude from The
mandated.
Water Boy.
Yeah.
The other coach.
It's like when Bill. Never mind. I'm not gonna make a Patriots joke. So I think a lot of people that have been telling me that are fans of this movie were bored with it because it's like, oh, this is the same playbook, like y'all are saying. The first 15 minutes was pretty awesome for me.
The movie opens with a climax, basically.
Yeah.
It's a climax of a movie you didn't see. I guess Conjuring 2.5.
That's what I thought I was gonna watch. I thought it was all about saving that little boy, and it's like, nope.
No. They get that out
Yeah.
of the way within the first 15 minutes.
The other two are about like saving a kid,
Yeah.
and that
Is it that kid?
no, it's
No.
not
No,
that
different
kid.
kids.
It's different
every
kids.
time. Demons like children, apparently.
Yeah.
Demons love children. I don't know why.
Because humans don't,
Yeah, true.
or at least millennials.
It's like, when people
I don't know. I'd sell my soul
Wait, for a child?
or not
No.
to have a child.
to not have student loans.
Oh,
Don't do that here. Summon that demon at home.
we need 6.
Fucking water's gonna start moving and shit.
We need 6 black candles. I think that's what I learned, and a stone mask stone altar that's really hard to break.
Yeah. A legit stone altar. Like, you have to get that shit imported.
Right.
Like, it's serious.
Look, the movie has a lot of plot holes, but when it got to
Some
that
weird
part,
plot holes in this movie.
I was like, damn, that is a handy ass fucking priest because it's got like lighting and air conditioning and shit down there.
Airflow? Like,
It was like the studio.
it was. It was like an ancient looking studio. And it's like, oh, you put work into this. Like,
Oh, here's a convenient place to go.
I mean,
do
unless
these
she
bad
summoned
things.
demons to
Yeah.
do it for like contracted some demons.
just so happens to be a fucking demon museum upstairs for whatever I need, No need to travel. Like, it's perfect, right? For any Satan worshiper / witch.
That was
Was that...
that was the easiest. I didn't even think about how easy that location is.
Very convenient, right?
Because the first time you see the altar, it's like propped up by books, and I'm like, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
But I mean, JJ, what are your first impressions? Like, is this your third one, fourth one? Because I think you'd see like La Llorona and stuff like that.
I skipped most of the offshoot ones. I saw Annabelle 2 and 3, which were okay.
There's 3 of them?
Yes. It's
Yeah,
a
there's
trilogy.
three.
It's a solo thing now.
Annabelle 3 is kind of like Conjuring 2.5 or 1.5 because it takes place in their house.
Mm-hmm.
And it also suffers from like very bad horror movie tropes of like dumb teenagers. Because the daughter like invites friends over or some shit and they're like, oh, you live in the spooky house with the creepy dolls.
So
Let's go fuck with them.
Well, I haven't seen any of the Annabelle movies. I clocked out. I was like, I'm
1
good.
sucks, 2 is okay.
So 3 is with the Warren's daughter.
3 is with the Warren's daughter.
Do
and
they make it a cameo?
they show up like at the
Of
beginning and at
course
the
they
end.
do. So that is like the Conjuring 2.5.
Yeah.
They should have advertised it as that.
And
'cause
it's
I would have saw
it's
it.
still fun. It's still a fun
They
movie.
should have advertised all of them as The Conjuring, Annabelle, The Conjuring, Annabelle 2. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I might have seen it then, but I'm not interested. But I want to see that one now. Yeah, put it in the mix.
I will say, based on what you said, I don't know if it was in the pre-podcast or before, that it's a fucking Raggedy Ann doll.
Yeah.
yeah, no, the real. That's
they
the real
they amped it
Annabelle.
up a bit.
Teenagers would totally fuck with that. It's like,
Yeah, they absolutely would.
oh yeah.
Now the movie Annabelle, fuck no. That Annabelle.
Well, that's the thing.
That one,
In the Annabelle
absolutely
movies,
not.
it's not the Raggedy Ann doll.
no, it's a demon
It's
doll.
that spooky shit.
Yeah,
But yeah, this one, they're all fun. Horror is not really my genre, but these movies I've always kind of had a bit of a soft spot for, I guess.
same. Yeah,
Like they're competently directed. The scares are, like Tommy was saying, they're always built up to. There are jump scares, but they feel like they're earned, not
Yeah.
like fucking cat. Like
Right.
an actual cat just jumps
Yeah.
out. Like
And
you're
it's just
expecting something.
not you.
Making that. This one is still fun. I still enjoyed it,
Yeah,
but I think I much prefer the other two. And like I said, it's because this one feels more like a suspense movie or a murder mystery than a straight up supernatural horror.
right.
Whereas the other ones like dug their toes way up in supernatural horror. This is what we're about. We're fucking saving possessed children.
Yeah. Yeah, it's full on horror. Like
Yeah.
those. It's like I was telling you
Those
before.
are creepy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a fucking creep fest.
That's why I like
And then
Me too.
So some of the
and
better
this wasn't
effects,
that. This didn't have that.
some of the better effects in the other two are actually like practical effects.
Yeah.
Like the crooked man in 2 is a real guy. Like it's just a dude in a suit.
In shadow, yeah.
Yeah.
And it looks
it's
real.
effective.
Yeah, because it looks real.
Yeah.
And it's weird as shit.
And this one doesn't do that.
No, no, it doesn't do that at all. You have one obligatory ghost demon thing that pops out of nowhere. Well, I guess the big guy is kind of one too, but the big
that was
zombie.
one of my
right, yeah.
questions when we get into
Based
spoilers.
on a true story, Marco.
based on a true story.
There you go.
Well, I mean, while the camera's on you, I mean, what's your impression of how this falls in the Conjuring universe?
Oh, like JJ said, well, I was expecting was like a courtroom, exorcism of Emily Rose type deal. And I'm
mean,
like, well, that's...
I kind of think we started talking about SVU. I think we got a Law and Order paranormal episode.
I was
We got an
expecting way
X-Files
more.
episode, which might be why I like
That's what
this.
it was. That's what it was. The only reason I like this is because it does stray away from the...
Holy
the
shit,
regular
they
film.
are Mulder and Scully.
Yeah. It does feel that
Maybe
way.
an alien too.
We don't know. We don't know. Maybe.
You know she summons demons because
Yeah. Yeah. But like the thing is, I wasn't expecting what we got, which was
Right.
kind of cool. I wasn't bored, which is my number one rule. Don't bore me. And the strength of this movie, I thought, was its structure. Like you get a little flashback here, like we'll be like, oh, you want to know more about the little kid who, from the beginning, and we'll throw that in there to keep you interested, and then we'll move on. And oh shit, he killed a guy. All right, well that has me interested. All right, now what are the Warrens gonna do here? Like, how's this gonna play out now? And that's what it does. And I like not knowing exactly where this is going. And it does that up to a point, and then you're like, okay, so this is where it's going. They're gonna go on a wild goose chase and help some other cases out, another cop out on a case. and that's gonna keep the story flowing. So it was a good formula, but it wasn't like the others. It's just an entertaining movie. It is the least best of the three.
Yeah, this is definitely the weakest
Yeah,
one.
but it's not bad. Like
It is the weakest link.
Yeah, it totally is. It shows that James Wan didn't direct it because those others are genuinely creepy. Like they're just creepy fucking movies. This was not. This was just an entertaining movie that flowed. You know, so it's kind of like I don't want to call it the Aliens of the trilogy, but I guess in that vein to where we're not here to scare you, we're just here to entertain you, I guess,
Right.
and keep you in suspense, or, keep action in your face constantly and something happening. Because this is a movie about a witch. They have a rival, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, that's something that me
Yeah.
and my brother were talking about. This is the first time where they introduce like a human element.
Yeah, they have a legit bad guy. Like they have
It's almost
a
like-
Joker. Yeah.
yeah. It's almost like their dark rival.
Yeah.
Their mirror image, because she also has like fucking demon
She has the
powers.
Shining too.
I thought they were the same person in the first 15 minutes.
That's mean because one looks really like they use CGI to like fuck her up. She was
But that's why I thought he was getting image visions of, that fucking exorcist fucked me up. Like, that's what I thought it was.
Oh.
And then when it's like, oh, wait, no, it's just another spooky old white lady.
Well, that's a new thing. That's a completely new element. It's always been demons. So if you notice, they're talking about how, so to set this thing up, basically in the beginning, the climax of The Conjuring, I don't know what we call it now, JJ, because you just told me about Annabelle 3.
2.75.
2.75. So the beginning of that, there's the boyfriend of the little boy who's possessed, Captain Save Demon, I guess, or whatever.
Not the boyfriend of the little boy that's possessed.
No. The boyfriend of the sister of the little kid that's possessed. Yeah, because you would not feel any sympathy for him.
Hand me Jess's candy.
Oh.
Candy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take her stuff.
Yeah.
I'll think it's something in there. But yeah, no. That guy decides I'm going to save this kid and tell the demon to get in me. Like, leave the kid alone. Pick on somebody your own size, I guess. And so that happens, which sets up the movie. And when that happens, good old,
Warren?
Ed
the
Warren.
Warren guy?
Yeah.
Ed Warren.
Ed Warren. The demon gives him a heart attack.
Right,
Because this
yeah.
demon
And
don't
he's the
fuck
only one
around.
that
Oh,
heard.
He hasn't been dying the last 3 movies?
No.
No. This is a
No,
new
he is.
development.
He is?
All the time.
He's
Really?
in danger of dying.
All the time.
But it's never like.
But he never actually has a massive heart attack, though.
No, because remember in the first one, he gets possessed and the demon almost like slits his throat.
I remember that.
Right, he's always
Yeah.
in physical danger, like, or the demons always put him in danger.
Yeah.
But this is like the possession doesn't last throughout the whole movie. This heart attack,
That
and
lasts-
this heart condition,
that's permanent.
lasts
Yeah.
throughout the whole movie.
His life.
and life.
Like, the demon legit says, I'm gonna stop your heart, old man, and
Yeah.
and it does.
Yeah, it's like starts giving him a heart attack.
So it got personal. But this isn't a demon, Marco, to go back to your thing. The other two movies, demons. Terrorizing a family, doing ghostly shit, all that. This, not a demon. What is this? A curse. It's the first time they've ever had a curse.
A curse that summons a demon.
True, but somebody had to summon the demon, and it's a human person.
That's the name of the movie.
We didn't watch that
The
movie.
movie was terrible.
And the Warrens aren't in that one.
No,
It takes place in the same universe, but the Warrens aren't
ones
in
aren't
it.
in there.
It's the Incredible Hulk of
Yeah,
the
basically.
Conjuring Universe.
Basically, but this is a curse, which means someone had to summon the curse, as Kat mentioned, and that's their dark rival, who is the scariest bitch I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, she looks like she hasn't eaten in years, and she's completely running on demon fuel.
Dude, I actually thought she was really cool. I don't know why, but it was
You
just
rooted for her?
I didn't root for her because she's
Okay.
obviously the bad guy.
Right.
But it was like
She's literally the bride of Satan.
she's making Satanism cool.
I mean, if you can deliver on the promise, I guess you make Satan, yeah, I
So that was
suppose.
one of my
because-
biggest problems.
Okay. Yeah, what did you think of this, Kat?
I hated this movie.
Oh, God.
I hated it
Okay.
because I'm such a big Conjuring fan. It had nothing to do with the devil.
No.
Not really.
I mean,
Those are
Where was the devil?
There's a pentagram in there, I think, somewhere.
But that's witches.
Yeah, it was real witchy.
but that's
And witches is a completely different thing from Satanism.
Subverting expectation, Kat.
Like, those are completely different things. Being a witch is completely different than worshiping Satan.
They can do both, Kat.
They can.
Yeah.
But, like, you're, like, mushing them all together, and it's not really fair. But also, like, where was the devil? Like, the title says, the devil made me do it. Where was... The witch made me do it.
It's catchy.
It's
The witch made me do it.
It's from the real life tagline that they play at the end, where the interviewer is like,
Right.
anyone
Yeah.
can just say the devil made me do it.
Yeah, I think it was Dan
I mean-
Rather.
There you go.
this case, because I'm familiar with it, started the Satanic Panic in the 80s. That's what
Really?
I
This
know.
was the case
This
that
is
did
the start of...
Holy shit! Now that I didn't know.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
all I knew about it. That's I was like, oh, so my knowledge of the paranormal is crossing over with this.
So you knew about this way before this movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean,
And then they started blaming D&D, and Tom Hanks was in a shitty TV movie about how D&D makes you see demons and shit.
Oh wow. Good Lord.
Remember, Tom Hanks was in a lot of weird things.
Bosom Buddies was a little would not be great today. I don't think it would hold up very.
hey, but they're remaking Turner and Hooch.
With Josh Peck. Josh Peck. He's doing better than Drake Bell.
Recently, I would say, yeah.
Yeah. So 1 point, Josh.
I mean, he also lost.
I also found this movie very predictable.
Really?
Because I am.
Well, they
very
all are.
Maybe
big-
you're the psychic.
I'm really big into crime shows, and I also
Oh, right,
really
yeah.
enjoy
Oh, fuck.
like scary
He's got a
movies. I really like scary movies, and it's been really like The Conjuring was one of the first scary movies to actually scare me in a very long time. Because I mean, I took a whole class about scary
That's fun.
movies. It was great.
Right? But see, like, everybody talks about this new kind of golden age of horror movies with, Jordan Peele and the dude who made Midsummer and Hereditary. But, like, I think The Conjuring kicked off this whole kind of new, if you want to call it a golden era. It's good horror movies out there.
Not to give too much of a shout out to a local boy, but I think Sinister was probably the.
Yeah. Oh, Scott Derrickson.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's good. I'm a big Doctor Strange fan. So, yeah, shout out to the...
I also hate happy endings.
Oh well, in that case, she was rooting for the
So
Satanists.
you did want the ones to die.
Well, if she was
You wanted
rooting
the
for the
ones to
Satanists,
die.
that did come with a bad ending.
Well,
Yeah.
not just that, like the way like they've ended them before has always like left one of them in danger. So like there's reason to watch the next one. This one was just like happy butterflies. Look
the end
at
of
how,
the trilogy.
Like, the end. Oh.
It's all over, You'll never see another.
I mean-
I don't think they had any more adventures, right?
What's
They
Well,
had like
actually,
so
the
many
first-
things
I know
in
they
there.
did.
The first
so-
Conjuring, I
We
think,
got-
is based off of one of their like C tier stories.
Yeah, the original
and then
is.
it wasn't until 2 and this one where they're like, all right, let's bring out the A-lister stories. The,
Yeah,
the
they got
reason
one
the
more.
Warrens
It's-
got into the media.
It's one
But
more
I
that's
care
pretty
more
good.
about the ones that aren't as famous. Like tell
Right,
us
yeah.
those cool stories.
And they completely glossed over the Amityville. They
That was-
investigated the Amityville horror.
It's got to be the next one, right? Like, do they have the rights?
It was in 2.
Oh, but
It was the beginning of 2.
Oh, it was prequel. Let's go. Will they make it? I don't know.
this ends with them fighting Satan? I mean, that's really where.
See, here's the thing. I'm kind of the opposite, I guess. Maybe similar. I haven't seen a horror movie in I don't know how long. Like, only one I watch, the Jordan Peele ones. What's the guy's name that made Hereditary and Midsummer?
I'll look it
Ari
up.
something, I believe. And yeah, those movies. The guy who made The Witch and The Lighthouse. Those are kind of suspenseful. And yeah, so I watched those.
If you like suspense,
Ari
movies,
Aster.
Yeah, Ari Aster. Yeah.
Can you look up the movie The Martyrs?
See, I've
Martyrs.
heard of that. I've heard that's
Yeah.
pretty good. Yeah,
That
I
is
don't
my
like suspense. I want
favorite.
straight horror. I want to
No.
be scared.
That is my favorite. That one
I
is
hear it's
terrifying.
gruesome. Yeah.
I mean, I love the horror genre, but I want monsters, so that's kind of where I'm at.
Oh, not a lot of monster movies out there.
There's been a couple. I mean, we could be reviewing what's it? Don't Talk or whatever.
What was it?
A Quiet Place.
Have you? And you haven't seen the first of that? It's a fantastic.
I chose Bird
movie.
Box and I chose poorly.
You chose you lost. You chose a side and your side lost. But yeah, no, Quiet Place is next level.
You chose the Zune in the iPod Wars.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
It all started with me choosing the Sega over Nintendo.
Well, that's not even close to the same comparison, sir. No, you chose like the Sega 3D. What was it?
The
3D one with the disc.
32X or
That's it.
the
Yeah,
Sega
you chose
CD.
wrong. Yeah, go see Quiet Place because it's
The
got
Saturn.
monsters and
Oh,
it's
the
frightening
Saturn's
monsters.
the one you're
Saturn
talking-
is it?
yeah.
Yeah,
It's in the Cloverfield universe.
Is it?
it
is
is
it?
not.
Yes, it is.
Is it really?
Oh, the Martyrs?
Have they confirmed?
No, not the Martyrs.
Quiet Place.
Quiet Place 2.
Oh,
Quiet
the
Place
2 is.
1 and 2 are.
They gotta stop doing that. Let it go.
Oh, did you look up?
I looked up the Martyrs. I remember this movie now. I didn't see it, but I know a lot about it.
It's a
Yeah,
French
no,
film,
I've heard about it. It's
and it's not in English, so you have to read the subtitles.
Oh, I have heard of this one.
yeah, I heard it's brutal.
I see. What's it called?
shit,
Yeah,
Kat.
there's a word for this. It's like gore porn or something like
Torture
that.
Torture porn.
Torture porn.
Tommy
Yeah.
is learning so many things about me. I watched that in high school.
Well, you're a redhead. It makes sense. oh, okay.
Well, I think now we get to the point where we run down the plot a little bit. I mean, we talked about the opening. It's like they save the child.
Save the child.
Right.
Demon gets passed to the sister's
Arnie.
boyfriend, Arnie.
Right, yeah.
Who, to be
And-
fair, I don't know the actor who plays him. He's actually a very likable guy.
He was.
He really was. He was a pleasant guy, and you root
felt
for
kinda
Arnie.
bad for him.
You
feel
do.
bad.
You do. He kills someone, but you do feel like people around him, are like,
They're just like.
it's a nice, he's a nice guy. They still stick around him and still support him, and they totally believe this because apparently this demon really did this shit and went into the kid. That's all debatable. There's no video to this. It's recordings.
There are creepy recordings.
I think,
Yeah, that's
I think the
Lawrence had
recordings are
plenty
them
of.
trying to exercise shit or something. But
Yeah.
he killed his landlord. The thing that would.
I thought it was
Yeah.
the whole family.
No, just
Nah,
one
just the
guy.
landlord.
It's the landlord. Okay.
I thought it was weird that he hangs out with his landlord. That was my only.
yeah,
weird.
I think the landlord lives there too. No.
Is that what it was? I don't know what the
Perhaps.
reality is.
It's in the Northeast. We don't really know these things.
This is true.
Connecticut was it?
Yeah,
Yeah, they
Connecticut.
do weird shit. In
Yeah,
Connecticut.
they're weird up there.
Yeah.
And then like next to Maine, next to Stephen King land.
Oh, come on. Talented author, but Stephen King, yeah.
I mean, it's for it being such a big element in horror movies. I've never really hung out at a basement.
Are they legal in Texas?
Yes, we don't have them here because you can't go that far into the
Texas
ground.
caliche is really hard to dig into.
Gotcha.
We have them in Lubbock.
I don't know how they dig into that in Lubbock.
I don't
but yeah.
I don't want a basement though. I've had an attic and those are creepy.
The fact that there are tornadoes is the reason why you have basements. In
That
Lubbock.
makes sense.
Got
It's
it.
a lot in Lubbock, I hear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Random spin-off. Would you rather fight a monster in a basement or the attic?
Attic, I can jump
Or
out the
have a
window.
llama.
A lot of disadvantages to fighting
What
in
was
a
this?
basement.
Or have a llama
Number
in your
one,
living room.
fighting in a fucking basement.
She said an option was a llama in the living room. I'm going with that. I'll go with the llama. Yeah.
I mean, he brought up a great point about fighting in a basement. I thought you had more room in the basement than the attic.
Is it Fight Club? Is it Monster Fight Club? Great movie plot.
It also
Keep that
depends
in
on
mind.
what kind of attic you have. Like if it's like the 30 Days of Night kind of attic, where like you can actually stand up in
Right,
it.
yeah.
Oh, that's true.
It's not a crawl space kind of attic.
Yeah. I have a bad back, so. Shit, these are terrible options.
And them demons are wiry.
They are. They can bend all kinds of ways, as you saw.
So
with
it
the
looked
kid, yeah.
really cool in the first 15
Good
minutes.
effects. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I learned that's like their main trick, and they do it over and over again.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's very, very by the book of what they were mandated to put in a Conjuring movie.
It felt like a cash grab.
This
Well,
mo-
It kind of
Yes and
feels
no.
like James Wan was like steering the helm and was the driving force behind the first two,
Yeah.
and the studio wanted a third one, and he's like, "Nah, dude, I'm
out.
done."
Yeah. And they just got a competent director to come in and do the playbook, like you said. This is what you got because this story had to be told. It's just not that interesting, which is why they didn't start off with it, with this whole trilogy. It was the one that got the Warrens put on the map, and it's kind of what they're known for. So it had to come at some point. So why not number 3 where we ran out of ideas and we'll just have a good formula, keep it moving. It's like, what, 61% on Rotten Tomatoes, something like that.
What, this movie?
Yeah. Which is where it should be. Like it's right where it should be.
Yeah.
A good 60%.
Yeah, it's the least best one of the 3, but it had to be told. They did it competently, which is all you can say. And
there's nothing overtly bad about it.
I saw it once. I could not see it again and be perfectly fine. You know, I would like to see the other 2 again after watching this one.
Yeah, I was telling my brother that too. Like, I kind of want to go back and watch the other 2.
Yeah.
What's the one song from the first one that they play?
Oh, Tiptoe Through the Window?
Yeah.
That song gives me nightmares now, and I love it.
It's a creepy song.
Yeah, like I used to not be.
Well, now
Used
you
to
are.
not be to me,
Okay.
and now it is.
It's because of the movie Demons. It's Demons.
So
Speaking of which, so I mean, we kind of, I really want to give a plug to this recommendation I have because if you saw The Conjuring, if you like the universe, as we all seem to, minus Marco because he's seen one movie and it's the worst one of the.
I didn't.
Well, it's actually not. It's the worst of the actual Conjuring movie.
It's just this is a crime thriller for me. This
it is.
isn't a
Right,
horror.
Yeah, it's what it is. It's just suspense. It's a suspense thriller. It's not a horror movie. But if you actually like just really dark shit, as Cat clearly does, it's a show on Netflix. It's a little gem called Haunted, and it's if you like the Conjuring type of horror, and if you like that shitty Travel Channel shit, which is a guilty pleasure for me, like Most Haunted this or Paranormal Hotel.
I love those.
Oh, she's gonna love this then. Haunted is a mixture.
This show
of
was
those.
highly recommended to me by my
It's
Netflix
fucking
algorithm.
terrifying. It is the very best. It's like the what was the meth in Breaking Bad? The blue.
So not the
Yeah,
haunting.
the blue. The blue meth.
Yeah.
There you go. This is the blue meth. If horror
the
is your
purest.
meth, yeah, it's
that
just
Heisenberg shit.
it's concentrated. It's straight concentrated horror, man. Like it is.
I might watch
everything.
this
The
when I
best
move.
parts. It is
Just so that I'm
phenomenal.
completely scared out of my.
Every show is between 20 and 27 minutes, and some of them feel like it's an hour long because it's so fucking terrifying. The scenarios are terrifying, and it's the person sitting in a room full of people kind of confessing to them this thing, fucked my life up. It's the real people that have went through it, and then they go through a reenactment, like those Travel Channel shows. And the reenactments are the production value's high. They can curse. It's nudity. It's sex. It's all the stuff you go to a horror movie for. And it's just straight, what's the scariest part of whatever movie you've ever seen? That's all it is. The whole episode is that. And then to hear the person, tell the story as the reenactments go. And sometimes they break down crying. And these reenactments hold shit back, like maybe exploitative on some of them, because they go all in. And it's fucking terrifying. You're like, I know this. They're exaggerating, but fuck. Like, it's scary as shit. Example, it's one based in a nursing home for people with Alzheimer's. And they get a new resident whose daughter puts her there, and they're like, this lady didn't have dementia, so I don't know why their daughter put her there. She was possessed by a demon. And she just ruins the lives of these nurses and does some of the creepiest, fucked up shit you can imagine.
Does she put a jaw totem underneath her stuff?
Cross. Yeah.
I thought would have the opposite effect, but that's fine.
Yeah, it's rectum. It's fucked up. It's true horror. Like, it's bad. And yeah, it's terrifying. And if you like those two things, it's an amalgamation of them. And I highly, highly recommend it. And they're on 3 seasons now.
Oh, I'm gonna
So
go
it's
home and
plenty
start
to
binge
watch.
watching this, and Wilson's
It will
just
freak you
gonna
the
be
fuck out.
so upset.
It will terrify you,
He's
Kat,
gonna-
and you're welcome.
Thank you.
Fashion a
welcome.
cross out of 2 shotguns.
And just found out, and the thing about the show is they usually
You know
end
he
the season with a story based with either a Latino family
Ah, damn it.
or set in Latin America. So much so, those are always the most terrifying fucking episodes. It's one.
So there they were in Eagle Pass.
Fuck.
Like it's
It's that fucking house. I know it's that goddamn house.
It was it's an episode where it's a Mexican family, and the guy was like, yeah, my dad was super cool, worked every day. He was a religious guy. All of a sudden, he stopped being religious, and he slowly lost his mind, and he would lock himself in a room. And one night, he went around each room with a razor blade, looking like he wanted to kill us. Then he grabbed my grandma, locked him and her in a bathtub, tortured her, then ran off into the woods. Now my dad's in jail. And it's a demon that goes from, each member of our family. And the demon went to me, and I wanted to kill my sister and with the razor blade. I'm like, what the fuck, man? And yeah, everybody's just sitting around like, yeah, that's right. I was like, is this normal?
Yep,
Yeah, y'all's
yep.
demons hit a little too hard. I'll stick to American demons because, Mexican demons don't play.
Yeah, American Demons just kind of move your cereal box once in a while.
Yeah.
They just kind of like,
Yeah, it's terrifying.
it's like a cat.
It's a story about a demon cat also. Just a shout out. But yeah, and just to lead in, it's a whole nother series also, if you don't mind, subtitles called Haunted Latin America, which is a spinoff of the show. Which is,
I don't think I'll need subtitles.
so it's a lot to watch. So you have 3
Eventually I
seasons and then
won't, but I
4
will.
an extra season. Yeah. So you're welcome.
Yeah.
All right.
But to rate The Conjuring, back to that, I give it a solid. It's a 60%. 65. I'll give it 65.
No. To be nice, in the nicety of my heart, and since I'm a teacher, I'll give it a good old 60. It's failing.
That's like the same rate.
No, it's failing. but it's not like that bad of a failure.
Right.
But you're still failing.
Well, we're going Texas grading route. I give it a 70. I have to because it's passed. It's a C. It's a
Hey,
good
that
C.
is exactly what I'm talking about.
That's how I graduated.
C's get degrees.
There you go.
Dude.
So I didn't know we would go into final thoughts so fast because we usually run through the movie a little bit. I mean,
Well,
I mean,
it's because the
I mean,
Warrens.
that was
yeah,
the movie.
it's. I know
The
this is new to
problem
you,
with this
Marco, but
one-
like we've covered it, man. Like that's pretty much
the
it. Yeah,
movie.
I think the problem with this one is that the Warrens, in real life, the Warrens weren't very involved. Like,
no.
there wasn't much for them to do. They're not fucking lawyers. They're,
Yeah, a lot of this is super exaggerated.
Yeah.
that's
I mean,
That's why they
all
had
are.
to-
Yeah.
Even in part 2, when part 2 came out, there were people that were involved with the case that were like, they showed up for like a day and
Yeah.
they didn't, but they stretched it out and they made an interesting, compelling horror movie
There
about
you
it.
go. Yeah.
This one, like, what can you really do? Because the
Did
kid's
best
in
they
jail the
could,
whole
yeah.
time, and
that's
it's not like-
exactly how it plays out. It's just like they're just padding time in between
Right.
talking about the story with
For
the kid
the
in
quick
jail.
synopsis, the demon jumps out of the kid, goes into the fiance, I guess.
Yeah.
The fiance of the sister. The only one that heard him say that, like, hey, possess me was Ed Warren.
Who was going through a heart attack.
Yeah, so he can't talk or anything. He can't spill the beans.
Right.
Not until he comes to, but by the time he comes to, it's too late, and Arnie kills his landlord. Then after that, he's pretty much in jail. Like
The whole movie. Yeah.
you still see him and you know other characters talk to him, but since by sheer virtue of the fact that he's in the pen,
Right.
the Warrens can't get to him.
so
Warrens
that's when you
can't
have like side missions.
They even, helped another detective figure out another case.
right, because it also involves a witch, and then yeah, spoiler alerts. There's
Same witch.
right?
Witches now instead of devils, so you know it's fine.
And yeah,
Pissing cat off.
that's pretty much
like
the
that.
movie. The rest of the movie is the Warrens hunting down the witch and the witch hunting down the Warrens.
Yeah, because they know where each other is, and yeah, it's just it's a versus. It's just the Warrens versus a witch,
So-
basically.
Yeah.
I did think that the showdown of when they both got the shinin.
Oh yeah, when they're both
Yeah.
in the
When they both look at each other, it's like, oh, my God brought you here. And it's like, well, your God just fucked you.
Yeah, that's exactly the dialogue that was in my head. That's not what was said, but that's exactly what I said. Like she should have said that because that's precisely what I was
God
thinking.
damned you.
Yeah, like no, you got.
That's
fuck
why
you.
she made Satanism
And then
cool.
yeah, 'Cause she knows how
catch
to
these
make.
hands, bitch. Takes off these.
I was hoping that's what was gonna happen. Like, well, fuck it, we in the plains right now.
Have any of you guys guys seen the show The Fringe?
Yeah.
Okay,
The
so
priest was.
yes,
Yeah.
and I like saw him, and I was like,
He looks rough now.
any movie or any show he's in, you know, he's doing something nefarious.
Right. Right. He is
So he had to be put in. He had to be in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Of course, it only made sense that like they threw him in the middle for a little bit, and then they circle back.
When they circled back, you knew. Of course, he has an entire museum of occult, haunted, possessed shit upstairs.
So he's not in the other movies?
no.
No.
This is the first time
This is
you
the
see
first
it, but
time
he
they
has
meet
a
him or
collection
anything.
just like the Warrens have them. So it's kind of that, similar people versus each other, and the witch has access to all of that.
Yeah, I don't believe that she would have lost. Like, I know this character is completely made up because the actual
Yeah.
story is like, hey, we
That's
helped
made
Artie.
up. Yeah.
There's no Satanist witch that was going around
that's
doing.
all
Yeah.
completely made up.
Yeah,
But-
this is the way me and my brother thought about it is like this is like we live in the main timeline.
Yeah.
And the Conjuring movies take place in like the ultimate timeline where where all that shit actually happened.
Yeah. Yeah. Everything's
In our
extreme.
timelines, like nah. They showed
There
up
you
for
go.
a day. They told us that it's fucking Pazuzu's doing this, and
Yeah.
then they left.
They left, and got exposure, and now they have a franchise, even though both are dead.
Yeah.
The daughter's getting paid. Somebody's getting paid for this shit.
Daughter is finally making her money off of it.
Yeah, she got a movie herself, so look.
Well, I mean, if you live with parents that crazy your entire life,
Yeah, you gotta get something for that.
you deserve.
Besides
something.
a haunted Raggedy Ann doll.
They put your life at risk. They had these things in the house.
Yeah.
I feel like she sold the Raggedy Ann doll.
No, it's still there.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
They have another doll that doesn't get as much shine that's supposed to be evil as shit and looks like fucking the Annabelle from the movie. Actually looks creepier.
Yeah,
than
like the
Annabelle.
actual one that it looks like was actually creepier than Annabelle.
Yeah,
Where
it's like
Annabelle
black
had-
with black eyes. It's weird as fuck. I forgot it'll kill you if you look at the eyes. Some shit like that. I'm not going to that museum.
Oh, I want to go look at it in the eye.
Oh, that
Oh
one?
God.
Is it that one?
Yep, that's the
Yeah.
one. Don't even they say even in a picture if you look at it.
Well, I
in
really
the
looked at it.
eyes.
So fuck it.
Oh,
Marco,
shit.
no.
No more taxes.
Well, I'm in the same boat as you guys. It's a competent movie, competently directed, competently acted. It doesn't live up to the expectations of the other two, but I mean, overall, it's not a terrible movie. So I'm also at like a 60 or a 6, like whatever rating
6
scale
out
we
of
had.
10.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's above average,
Right.
but not by much. Yeah, that's what it is. Competent. Marco,
give
as
it?
someone who has never seen one of these before and picked again probably the worst choice to start it off with, what'd you think?
It's passable. That's about it. This is my
you're the same.
Yeah, this is my least favorite of the horror genre. Like
Ghost movies.
Supernatural. horror.
Yeah.
Ghost,
So what's
crime movies.
I mean, ghost crime movies shouldn't exist, and
I'm
this
all
is,
I mean, I'm all for a show called Ghost Crimes.
yeah? Oh, that's coming to Travel Channel.
but this show is. I mean, this movie for 30 minutes is just a straight crime drama. Like
Right.
it's
Yeah.
like, oh, we need to find out why this daughter died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it becomes, we have to find where these totems came from. And it's just a mystery that keeps going until it leads up to a witch and an altar that you have to destroy.
And I don't understand how she lost. She could turn into mist. Like the father was about to kill her.
Yeah.
It's like mist.
Yeah, she can apparently do the Luke Skywalker thing. Which it's up here somewhere.
That's some Naruto
Force
trick.
ghost itself.
While I was watching it with my roommate, I was like, "Oh man, the Warrens are like 2 under level to take on this pup.
Yeah.
That's
They
like
can't do
a
that. Yeah.
that's like a level 90 warlock, and they're pushing like level 60 tops.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a real underdog story. Like it's like, oh no, she's on a whole nother level.
She turned a man with like a fucking bum ticker into a goddamn berserker at the
A zombie. Oh yeah, no, and she's an actual zombie. She made an actual zombie. JJ, who died immediately when the connection was broken again. It's like, okay, yeah, the Warrens can't do that shit, so How you gonna beat they defeat her? The demon defeats her rather, and that was a little satisfying to see her.
That was satisfying.
Yeah.
If they had ended it right there, I would have been so happy.
Oh, she didn't like
She hates
True
the
Love
happy-
Saves the Day.
No,
The gazebo, you didn't like
no,
the gazebo?
don't care for the gazebo.
And the romantic,
No.
hey. She thinks it's a weakness, it's a strength. We had to do
This is a
that.
horror movie.
It's the Warrens, and we've never seen the
No.
origin of their love story. If
No.
you
That's
ever
not in
wondered.
the other movies?
No,
Like-
they don't touch upon
No,
it
they're
at
already
all.
married.
They're just there.
So
doing their
I mean,
thing.
but it would make sense that if that's
This is
how
the
they
most
defeat the
personal
demons with
one.
the power of love in Christ.
No, well, I mean, this
Right,
is their
definitely with the
first
power
level
of
90
Christ.
warlock. But the other demons are like more on par with
They
their
know how
level.
to. That's the
I
thing.
just
They know
don't
how to
care.
handle a demon. They don't know shit about a witch.
A witch that can turn into
curse you.
mist, cause you to hallucinate, and make zombies.
And rise the dead, yeah. Raise the dead. Next level. Super Saiyan witch. She's just Lorraine
She's over
Warren.
there, Super Saiyan.
Yeah, Lorraine Warren's just a medium. She's a
Fucking
it's a witch
Tien
witch
over
versus medium.
But was it? I forgot what I was gonna say, but it was like I didn't like the crime part of it. I don't like SVU. I don't like Law and Order.
Have you seen it?
Yes, I saw it. Like my roommate in college watched it.
Oh no. Don't. Yeah.
But so you asked me before, like
Yeah.
when it comes to horror. So Monsters is top tier. Like
So,
the Thing
how
is
have
number
you
one.
not- the original.
Yeah.
Okay. The remake,
Well, the
sequel?
the
The
80s.
the prequel,
The
sequel,
80s.
reboot one.
Yeah, because even
It's just not. It's terrible. Yeah,
the
it
'80s
I'm
is
sorry.
the
I love
'80s
the
one is a
80s one.
remake of a
Oh,
'50s.
yeah.
Yeah.
So the third iteration I meant. But yeah, no. That one's trash. I'm sorry I even brought that one up. But the 80s versions were all-time favorite for me. So you like Alien and
Yeah.
some monsters. Okay.
And then under that, it's
Yeah,
Humans,
Quiet Place. You need to watch
Monsters.
that immediately. Yeah.
Mike Myers, stuff like that. Slasher people.
Love Halloween.
Yeah, I'm kind of over that. I'm over that one. They can't. I don't know. I don't think they can do anything.
It's been like
Scream
10 years
killed it.
since. Well, Scream was good,
No
but
pun
it's
intended, but yeah.
the last one I saw that I really enjoyed was the remake of Halloween. Fuck the sequel.
Rob Zombie.
Yeah.
Rob
no.
Zombie. Have you ever seen House of a Thousand Corpses?
I have. I like the Devil's Rejects better, but
Well,
But
still,
there's
those are
no Devil's Rejects without
I
House.
get it. It's another one too, by the way. I don't know if you've seen the third version. I forgot what it's called.
Oh.
Yeah,
They
it's
do
the end
have
of
a,
the
not
yeah,
trilogy.
no, they have
Yeah.
a third
It's
one.
the end of the
Yeah.
trilogy. But yeah,
Fruity fucking fruity.
I love those movies. Yeah, I love
Yeah.
Rob Zombie. The first Rob Zombie Halloween's okay. The newest Halloween is actually pretty good.
all right. I'll have to check
Yeah.
that out.
You haven't seen that one either? The 2018.
So the
Oh,
second,
Oh yeah, that one's good.
the
That one's
second
actually
Rob
good.
Zombie movie killed me going back to that franchise. Is what happened
Why?
because it's not that good.
No, it's not good. Thank
Yeah.
you. I thought you were like, I like it. I'm like, that movie's not good, but I'll go with it, sure. Those other three, though, his Psychopath trilogy, I don't know what he calls it, but it's good. That's not the only good thing Rob Zombie
The
has.
House of a Thousand Corpses,
Corpses trilogy. Yeah, that's good. Even the third one is fun, but like, yeah, that Halloween's terrible. Check out 2018 Halloween, which is getting like 2 more sequels to it.
Oh wow.
Yeah, erase everything after the original, by the way. Halloween 2 didn't happen, correct? It retconned that also, I believe.
Did it?
Yeah, they're not brother and sister.
Oh okay.
They changed everything. They terminated this shit.
That's fun.
Yeah.
He redid his
That's
mistakes.
the way Halloween tends to work. Because H2O was also really good, and it
Yeah,
was also
it
like
got
everything.
Yeah, that whole thing. Yeah, H2O, Resurrection, none of that happened. It's just original and this one, and it fits pretty well, and it's good. It's coherent, and they're bringing the little girl back from the original Halloween for the next one. She was on Housewives.
Oh,
I don't know anything about Real Housewives.
Bless your heart, neither do I.
Okay, good. I didn't mean that in like a sexist way, looking at you as
No.
if you knew.
No, those shows are the worst.
They're trash.
It's probably super fucking telling that. So we're about to end this podcast.
Right.
We've spent more time talking about movies that like this reminded of us and was better than we have about this actual movie.
I'm telling you, like it seems like I tried to wrap this up quickly. That's it. Like
there was
it's just a decent
nothing else.
movie. Yeah. Like if you are absolutely bored and you're like, I don't want to see a shitty movie, and you just want to hedge your bets. This is it. Do that.
Yeah,
it's
this
not
is a good,
bad.
safe movie to
it's
watch.
safe as fuck.
Yeah.
And
And like I said, even if someone's not a fan of horror movies or they're a complete wimp and they
This
don't,
ain't really
they're just
bad.
like, it's not bad. Like this is more of a
Jess could watch it.
No, she falls asleep. That being that being said, I give the
Accurate.
movie the same rating as every all.
Yeah.
6. It's just
a little above
this movie
average.
should thank its lucky stars COVID happened because it would get completely wiped in
to be
in
fair.
a summer blockbuster.
Oh yeah. it
Oh
would.
yeah, it
Yeah.
would totally. And to be fair, that a lot of these HBO Max movies are that way. Minus, of course, like Godzilla.
I'm starting to see why WB like signed that deal. They're like,
Smart deal. I feel like they should keep it going with movies like this, to where it's like, is this really gonna make us a
do
lot
we
of
really
money?
want to like?
No,
throw
but it
this
might
in
get us some
theaters?
subscribers. Yeah, let's do that then. It'll
And
be-
subscribers get you more money.
yeah, but it's still got number one in this post-pandemic box office. So that little thing's working. Keep doing it. Like, I guess. Release it in theaters and release it on HBO Max. I love HBO Max now. Like, I can't give it up. I love it more than Netflix.
Netflix is on the rebound for me right now.
Speaking of which, I'm
Same.
gonna go watch Harry Potter.
And
'Cause HBO has Harry
they
Potter
do it
again.
every like 3 months. They
I know, I
own
love
it. They know because they can keep it there, Cat, and they choose not to.
I love it because I'll go and watch it, and Wilson just sits there and stares at me.
Yeah, because it's. I mean,
Like, why?
I love.
I think
Potter,
Harry would have
but
lost to the Satanist.
Yes.
That's what I want to see. Can we get a grown-up Harry Potter where he's going up against
Where
like
he's
a,
like
a Satanist
drunk
cult?
and like,
Yeah,
because he grows up to be like the magic cops.
Yeah.
basically, yeah.
So yeah,
Oh,
let's
but-
have a
Yeah, that's funny.
a
But J.K.
fucking-
Rowling would have to write it, and she's not great right now. So
The villain is a trans person.
I see that happening, and then of course the publisher's gonna reject it. They're like, "You transphobic bitch," and rewrite this, J.K. Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah. So I don't know how that would work. Give it to somebody else. Warner Brothers technically kind of owns it now, so I don't know how that deal worked, but I feel like they have more control. So
Universal Studios.
I wanted the American Harry Potter. That's the only reason I watched Fantastic Beasts. I thought we were getting that, and
I thought we
didn't.
were getting like the American version of Hogwarts.
Yeah.
Who got
Like-
kicked off that? Johnny Depp?
Yes.
Yeah. It's a whole thing
Goddamn
with that. It's
Amber
like
Heard.
the Israel-Palestine thing. Don't touch it.
no side is right.
Yeah. But
Both of you were wrong.
exactly.
Well, only one shit the bed. That being said,
So what's
Thanks.
the next show? Actually?
Yeah, that's what I was about to plug.
Yeah.
thanks for coming up, guys. Thank you for joining us. We'll do our outros here real quick, but just for the listeners out there, joining us Tuesday, we'll do our top 5 endorsements.
What do you mean?
So, what's an endorsement that you would like to own? So the last episode was a look back. We looked back at college and told our funny stories. So the top 5 endorsements is, hey man, let's say Tommy now has 2 million people on his Instagram. What would you
What would I
endorse?
plug?
Yes.
What would you plug?
What do you use regularly?
What would you happily be like, yeah,
Does
I'm
it-
going to promote this?
Does it have to be a product, or could it be?
You can make it
a
yourself. It
show
could be
or a
Tommy's
comic
hair
or
glow. It could be Bang energy drink. We're gonna hush out the rules after this.
just things we like.
I'll tell you what I'd promote. Raycon.
Okay. All right. When are we doing guilty pleasures? I wanted that one to.
We can do that one after this one because
Okay.
I was gonna do top 5 snacks and we can just kick that to July.
All right. Okay. Good deal.
Didn't we do that? I don't know. Whatever. That being
We'll
said,
figure it out.
Tommy, where can they find you?
Oh, Tommy McGrew _art on Instagram.
And Kat, if
want
you
people
want
to
to
find
get
you?
more Instagram followers for
If you
clout, no.
don't, then
No, thank you.
Okay.
cool.
I'm good.
Last but not least, well, not last, but JJ.
They can find me at SuperSaiyanJJ, all one word, pretty much everywhere.
And if you're interested in following me on Instagram, Twitter, even Words with Friends, just type JLMarco62 and I'll pop up. But yeah, thanks for joining us to talk about spooky stuff. Thank you, Kat, for coming out for the first time ever.
Of course, this was awesome.
You did great.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I'll try.
You show promise. I got an award for you.
20 episodes. Sure.
But yeah, guys, have a good night and stay excellent.